We want to build the city of God, so we want to change our community. We want to impact the community. That's why we now have the clinic. Very soon we will open the clinic, and we are planning to have a school too. Our vision is to restore the community for God's glory.
So our approach to missions is not just winning souls here and there, but raising a church that is a testimony to the community, and raising leaders that are able to preach the gospel in this most integral way, because the gospel of Christ is not just for the soul and the hearts of people, it's for their minds, and it's also for developing communities. Wherever the light of Christ comes, it must shine a great light.
In the past, we didn't have many people from the neighborhood coming here, and I think our neighbors were worried about what kind of church we were. But nowadays, they see different. They are coming here, and they see what kind of church we are, and they realize that we are a good church. We have good teaching, and also good ethics, good morality, and we preach the gospel.
How is church planting done in Cajamarca? Cajamarca is a city of about 160,000 people. In the surrounding areas of Cajamarca, there is over 100 villages. We do church planting in the rural areas here through the city church. So our idea is having 3 strong churches in the city that can become missionary churches that foster the work of evangelizing the rural areas, beginning with the session, looking around, and the session overseeing the church plants, because we want the churches of the city to be involved in ministry and invest also in having churches all in our villages where there is no other evangelical church.
God has brought us here, and we're very grateful for the opportunities He's provided. In Hebrews 10:38 it says, "My righteous one will live by faith, and I take no pleasure in the one who shrinks back." I've never been happy when I've shrunk back from what God's called me to do. So when we go out to these villages, we're in homes with dirt walls, with dirt floors, and they're putting stuff on the table by candlelight that we're not real sure what we're eating. We eat it anyway. You know the missionary hymn, "Where He leads me, I'll follow. What He feeds me, I'll swallow." And churches, we're trying to train up leaders with pastors that have no theological education. They have a Bible and they have God's Holy Spirit, which, you know, for lack of nothing else is good, but there's much more they can learn. And so Alonzo and I are going into these rural areas and doing seminaries. We don't go into these churches to be the pastors, to be the leaders. We go to train the pastors, to train the leaders. So when we leave, God willing, the work we've begun will continue.
My big prayer is Holy Spirit would work in our community, and that our neighbors could see Christ in us and through the church. It's my big prayer.